Executive Secretary of Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, Hamid Bobboyi, has expressed concern over the upsurge of cultism, financial crime, also known as Yahoo Yahoo, and other social vices in the nation's education system. According to him, cultism, almost similar to ancient Egyptian cults, last practiced about 100 BC, is now springing up in the system. He noted that many of the social vices are now prevalent in the basic education schools. Jide, this is what they major in minor. This is what they are good at. So, you know, you want to see...
You want to make money quickly.
Yes, a 21-year-old boy want to ride Ferrari, Bugatti, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini Countach.
No, they like,
you know,
High Life.
Yes.
And
you want to move from your parents' house, you want to go and rent a suite in an hotel. Pap! So that...
And they like clubbing and
yes,
partying. And when they go to...
They want to attend orgy parties.
When they go to a club, they will spend so much money. They can spend millions.
They'll show the receipts.
They can sell millions in a...
6 million.
Anybody who made this money, tell me.
Moe, NSC, everything, they will list it. 6 million something in one night.
If you made your money through genuine means, or you suffer to make your money, will you go and squander some millions at a club in one day? So these guys, and education to them is even not of value. Because
no, they are non-academic students. No, you won't see them in the classroom.
They are
NASU. You won't see them in the classroom.
Non-academic students.
Yes, it's laptop throughout. You know, go to any swimming pool, go to any hotel.
You know, when we were in the University of Ilorin, and people sit in the common room, just drinking their life away. We used to call them NASU, non-academic students union. Yes, later on, we changed it from NASU to LASU, lazy, ambitionless students union. So we started calling them LASU. That they would drink and drink. Some have spent 7 years in school. And they are not. So you ask, what kind of parents
you find some students? They will be with us. They don't have matric number. Yeah. They will be coming for lectures. They will be impersonating. Yes, but no matriculation number. They will just be there.
It's not a student. Yeah. If you don't have matriculation number, you are not officially a student.
God.
The get rich quick syndrome is a big one. It's a big problem now. So a lot of these boys, they want to be in the company of beautiful girls.
Yeah.
You know. The fellow who doesn't have enough money to be able to attract a bevy of beautiful undergraduates,
you are dead without
he will think that, now? What kind of world is this?
No,
so they will go and join Yahoo gangs. You know, they train them now. They are training schools.
Yes.
They are training schools for Yahoo.
And they stepped it up, Yahoo Plus.
Yes. So, and a lot of them, they just bribe their teachers, wayward teachers. They just bribe them. They will give them good grades. They are not interested in first class, so just let me pass. They will give their teachers money. You know, sometimes teachers will park a car and say, go and fill the tank. Some things that were not happening during our time. When I hear stories now, I'm like, what is this country turning to? A teacher will park a car. Even you don't even know the difference between teachers and lecturers and students anymore. You go and park the car in front of the student's house, and then say, my car is there, the key. I put the key for ignition. Go and fill the tank. These boys, they hardly attend lectures. They are truants. They are truants, but they will pass through the university system, and then they will get degrees. Some in that same university system, some girls who are brilliant, because they refuse to cooperate, you punish them. You make sure that they don't graduate on time. Give them extra year. You will say, no, it's not the money that you want. It's that thing. You know, that same thing is what will eventually kill you.
Eventually.
So the man, I think the UBEC director, executive director, has Actually,
I don't know, maybe.
he has struck a chord. He has sent a clear message to us that the way things are going, values have collapsed totally. We are going, the young people, we are going to lose them completely given what is going on. Because if you don't have money, you then feel like you should go and join them. Even those who are joining cultists, it's the same reason. They want to have some power. They want to be able, and you know, sometimes some of the cult groups, when they are able to recruit rich men's children, they too have some money, you know. So people want to be like others, and they ask themselves, how do we do it? Except we resort to Yahoo or this cultism within the university system. In our time, in my time, in the University of Ilorin, not that we didn't have cultists, but you would not even know. You won't know them. I've been during your time too. It wasn't something today.
It's not something you pose with. It's
Yes.
not something you
Today.
pump your chest with. I'm a cultist. You see a organizer.
No, people taking it outside the education system.
It's
You know, they've now, all the professional groups too, they now have cultists. They now have cultists. It's gone beyond the way it used to be. You know, our people, once they get involved in something, until they now bastardize it, they will not relax. So, and that's why they are also very violent. The killings that are happening on campus, they are the ones to blame. So there is a lot that needs to be done, and it has to start from the family. It's not the schools that will sanitize the system. It's a family. Family has to, individual families have to work.
Sometimes some of my siblings will just, you know, they just look at me and they just call me. They'll say, I'm a Jew man. No, Jew man. That if you are not part of them, there's a way you dress. There's the face cap you wear, beret you wear, belt you wear. When they see you, they identify that you are part of them. And you know,
when the UBEC chairman spoke, and he drew an analogy, you know, with the ancient Egyptian cult, you know, some 600 BC. I think it's frightening, but that is the graphic image of what we are seeing in our schools. In those days, in 600 BC, before in Egypt, the cults, you know, they used to mutilate people. They used dogs as private guards, and then they also ran private police, and they used to kill people just anyhow. They were above the law, young men. And they worship what they call Set, the god of storm, a trickster. That is exactly what is happening, not just in public schools, but also in private schools.
Even private schools.
We are now having a situation where teachers will be beaten up, principals will be kidnapped, you know, drug. Girls are also into cultism.
Yes.
They are into violence, you know. So there is I think it's a reflection of, you know, leadership failure, the decline of our values, you know, moral and financial corruption. And I think the danger is this. You see, when children are growing up, John Locke says tabula rasa, nothing in the head. The child grows up by the material relations, what happens, peer groups influence. Whether a child is going to be violent, whether a child is going to be a criminal, it starts from the kind of ideas you are pumping into the subconsciousness. What they watch on TV, what they learn in schools. Remember in our days, when we were in primary schools, there was education with character. Iwalewa.
múra síṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi
iṣẹ́ la fi gbé iṣẹ́ lóògùn iṣẹ́ tó bá múra sí tó bá gbógílé wọn tẹ́tọ́ yí ẹsẹ̀ rẹ sí apá ọ̀tún má ṣe tẹ kòkòrò ni kòkòrò tí wọn kò láàánì ni Olúwa ló lè dá. They are telling you not to step on an ant. If they are telling you not to step on an ant, how can you dream of killing a human being?
Yes.
You understand the point? So kí ni ó fò lè ṣe láyé tí mo jẹ́, why would I do being a criminal? That instead of being a criminal, I would rather be a slave. So you will learn those things by heart. Today you learn about 4 claws of tortoise. You know, tortoise stealing and the calamity will be fall.
It's dubious
so
brain.
When you see money on the ground, you'll be thinking of thunder striking you if you pick it. And of course, through that, we're able to produce the likes of Achebe, Soyinka. We dominated the world. Yes. Almost everywhere in Europe, everywhere. Nigerians were being sought after. Today, we can't compete with Ghana. Ghana, even Togo, we are sending our children to go to school there. Yeah. They graduate, nobody wants to give them job. Or like in those days that before you graduate, people are looking for you in Europe, in Asia. They are looking for Nigerian graduates. So the danger is that, you know, it's so sweet for these children when they are growing up. But I tell you, it ends on a bitter note. It's so sweet, it's journey that you enjoy. At the end of the day, it's self-destruction. And that is why, just like Babajide said, the family, the students, the military came, they removed those books from our syllabus. We need to go back to those, education with culture. So that these days, you know what is happening? Go to primary schools. They are contesting election to choose the class captain. To choose the class captain,
and they also even vote buying too.
You bring Rabena.
Vote buying is happening.
And they don't fail. They don't repeat again. In most of this private school, they don't repeat.
In those days,
why will you tell the parents?
Classes will close by 2:00. There were rooms for sports, so that you can discover talents of students. These days, they close by 4:00. Sometimes they say extra lesson. They will ask the students to go and pay 10,000 extra lesson. If you are paid your salary, what is the essence of saying? And if you
officially, they solve WAEC mathematics. Yeah. They solve it on the board.
There's no time for
doing WAEC.
There's no time for social debate. There's no time for variety debate and also things that made the complete human being.
People they look at the VP today.
Yeah.
Oshibajo. Oshibajo was the undisputed debate champion in Lagos.
UBEC College, when he's speaking now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how he was raised.
You can't beat him.
Undefeated in the debate competitions here in Lagos.
All round.
In fact, someone told me a story. I don't know whether it's false. Maybe on the day I see the VP again, I will ask him. They said his partner fell sick, and he had to. He had to debate during the time that his partner should have debated, and he still ended up winning.
You see?
You can imagine. The two of us would represent the school in debate. Yes, that one fell sick at the last minute. Only the VP was ready. And he still went, debated against them alone, and still won.
Quality.
So you know that this is a person raised in the heart of public speaking. And it has grown with him. But these days, children are not brought up properly. All this even flogging of children that you cannot do now. Before you even attempt to flog, they will go and bring police to arrest you. They were flogging us now. They were flogging us, and we are better for it.
Flogging us.
Not flogging us. They will flog me in school. My dad will still flog me at home. My mom will still flog me. As I've said, if the ill luck, the worst ill luck that can befall you is for both parents to be teachers. And both of them don't spare the rod. They will even be competing for who will beat you first. The interesting thing for me is that my dad, my mom cannot stand my dad flogging me. So my dad would remind him, say, did I stop you when you wanted to beat him? You can imagine.
I see it's the competition.
The two of them beat me. Yet, when the other one is beating me. So if my mom wants to beat me, usually my dad will not be there.